Hi, hey everybody. Yeah, my name is Jade. So I'm the owner of Jade Pilates and the Sweat Studios. I have a couple other brands kind of in those umbrellas as well. I started out as a yoga instructor teaching Baptiste Vinyasa flow. So that's kind of my background with yoga. And I like to integrate that with some Pilates principles. Sometimes I do kind of like a full fusion, half and half, but I'll have today be more yoga with a little bit of Pilates kind of thrown in there. The reason I love to do that is just because it's a really good way to kind of engage your core differently and teach your body really amazing functional mobility versus just flexibility. So it's a good kind of combo of the two. So I'm really excited that you guys are all here. I know I lost power last night, and so I hope you guys are all. Well, I'm assuming you guys have power since you're on this call, but hopefully you didn't lose power last night as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Start out laying on your back and just bend your knees. So just laying comfortably and take your hands right on your stomach. So I like to have my pinkies on my hip bones and my thumbs on my lower ribs. And then the rest of my fingers are just kind of right in the middle there. So take a deep breath in through the nose, close your eyes. Deep breath out through your mouth. And just keep your eyes closed for a few breaths and just really start to focus on those really, really big breaths. And every time you breathe in, you want to feel your belly button, your whole belly kind of expanding. And then as you exhale, everything contracts. So I like to think of it, like a balloon. So you're inflating that balloon, and then the balloon is deflating. All right, so we're going to start to add on a little bit, but keep your eyes closed. Just feel really comfortable. Just start to get into your body. Really starting to use that breath. It's a really great way to start your day, is really just focusing on your breathing and just starting to calm your body down, start to wake it up. Now, as you breathe in, tuck your tailbone and feel your low back push down into the mat, but keep your tailbone on the mat. So we're not lifting. You're keeping your tailbone nice and heavy. And then as you breathe in, you reverse that. So you arch your back and your tailbone really pushes down into the floor. All right, so keep that going. Breathe in, tuck your tailbone, let your back arch and your low back press down. Again, you're just moving with your breath, not worrying about anything else, just feeling that little tiny rotation in your pelvis, feeling that movement start to go into your lower back. And then when you're ready, find that spot right in the middle. So you want to feel your low back is slightly lifted, and this is your neutral spine. So in a neutral spine, you have that tiny lift in your lower back. So this is like if you were looking at a skeleton, your lower back has that little tiny curve. So that's what you want to try to hold. So keep your hands right where they are. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And then again, breathe in. Expand your chest, expand your belly. Let everything get bigger. Exhale, everything pulls in. So start to feel your belly button pulling down towards the floor. So it's really starting to wake up your abdominals, and you're keeping your pelvis now completely still. Deep breath in and out. All right, let's do 2 more breaths exactly like that without changing anything else. Deep breath in. Exhale, again, focusing on keeping your pelvis completely still. Last deep breath in. Exhale. All right, keep your breath going. But now we're going to add on a little bit. So take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, let your right leg lift up. So you're keeping your knee bent. As you breathe in, let your legs start to lower down towards the floor. Don't try to get to the floor. You're just worried about the breath. Exhale, lift back up. Stay on that same side, just the right leg. Inhale, lower. Maybe you just lower an inch. It does not need to be big. Exhale up. So keep going. I want you to start to visualize is those abs right above your right hip, that right hip flexor. One more time on this side. Deep breath in. Exhale. And then let your right foot go all the way down to the ground. And we're going to the other side. Deep breath in. Exhale, left leg lifts up. And again, your range can be an inch. It can go all the way down almost to the floor. You just kind of have to feel it out, but you're focusing on keeping your hips, your pelvis, your back completely still, and just try to wake up those lower obliques, so those lower abs right above your hip. All right, 2 more on this side. Deep breath in. Exhale up. 1 more. Big breath into the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Now keep your left leg up. Just gonna switch out the legs. So left leg down, right leg up. And switch. Now if this is too much, you can keep 1 foot down all the way, go down, then lift. So again, feel out your body. Or if you're ready, you can keep your feet floating. So you're not really resting either foot down. And just really, again, focus on your pelvis staying still. Focus on those lower abdominals, moving your legs. And your goal is to start to relax the tops of your thighs as much as you can. So you want this to be more in your abs. All right, so we're going to do 4. Move at your own pace. Here's 3, 2. All right, 1 more. And then let both feet drop down to the floor. Let your arms drop out to the side with your palms facing up. All right, coming right back into that breath. Deep breath in. And exhale. So still focusing on keeping your pelvis still, but this time try to expand in your collarbone and your chest. So as you breathe in, you want to visualize maybe 2 people on either side of you pulling your fingertips. So your arms are getting long, your chest is getting, your collarbone is opening. And then as you exhale, you just kind of sink into it. So you want to feel like your whole chest is sinking down into the floor. Take another deep breath in. And exhale. All right, 2 more big breaths. Deep breath in. Expand your chest, expand your ribs. Exhale, sink down into the floor. All right, last breath like this. Deep breath in. And exhale. All right, bring both of your knees into your chest. Just give them a little squeeze. You can start to let your low back rock side to side, releasing any tension if you started to build some tension in your back. Working your abs sometimes can kind of engage your back as well. So you just want to start to let that go. And then when you're ready, curl your nose up towards your knees, rock up to a seat. So you can take as many times back and up as you'd like. Maybe take a few breaths here and then come over onto your hands and your knees when you're ready. Again, take your time. Start to push into all 10 of your fingers. So really spread your fingers out as much as you can, and then push each of those fingertips down into the floor. And you want to almost push down so much that you feel like your palm is kind of lifting off of the floor. Now take a deep breath in. As you inhale, round out. As you exhale, round your spine. Think about your belly button being pulled up all the way to the ceiling. And then as you breathe in, you're arching your back, looking up, chest up. So a little just cat-cow here. All right, deep breath in. Arch your back. Exhale, round your spine. Really engage your abdominals to pull your belly button up towards the ceiling. So I'm going to do 2 more exactly like that. You can move side to side. Just kind of do whatever feels good here. Inhale, you're letting it all go. Exhale, push into your palms, round your spine. Your chin is going towards your chest. All right, we'll go 1 more of these. Deep breath in, arch your back. Exhale, push into your palms, round your spine. And then again, just come into that neutral spine. All right, now Go ahead and zip your lips, and we're coming to our typical yoga breath. So you're just going to breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Try to find a little bit more space in your upper back. So think about really widening that space between your shoulder blades. Tuck your toes, and then when you're ready, downward facing dog. And in this first downward facing dog, just start to pedal out your feet. So you're pressing one heel down, bending the other knee, and then switching. So especially in the morning, you can wake up and you start to feel really tight. So just really start to embrace that and start to just walk your feet out. Feel that big stretch in your hamstrings and feel a stretch start to go into your lower back. So as you push down into your fingertips, all 10 fingertips, you're trying to engage your arms slightly, but you're relaxing your shoulders and your neck. So start to shake your head yes, shake your head no. Again, you're walking out your feet, finding as much space between your fingertips and your tailbone as you can, getting that little stretch in the back side of your body. And then start to visualize your hips being pulled up to the ceiling. So you're really trying to create a little bit of lightness in your arms. All right, let's do a few more here. Just getting that stretch, that length through the backside of your body. Press both of your heels down, not to the floor, but just getting a little bit of a stretch down both of your legs. And then once you're ready here, again, try to lift out of your shoulders. Let your right leg go up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Now bend your knee, rotate your hip open, and then draw little circles. So you're releasing the tension in your hip flexors. Again, just waking up your body. And then reverse those circles, go in the opposite direction. So 3, 2, 1, square your hips, three-legged dog, step your foot down. All right, other side, left leg goes up, bend your knee, rotate your hip open, and again, little circles. Just letting that leg bone move freely in the hip socket, and then reverse, opposite direction. All right, here's 3, 2, 1. Back to three-legged dog. Square your hips, step your foot down. Lift both of your heels up really, really high. Bend your knees, look forward towards your hands, and then walk your feet forward towards your hands. You're in a forward fold. And in this forward fold, just relax. So let your arms relax, your shoulders relax, your head is relaxed. Try to get any tension out of that whole area. If you'd like, you can cross your arms and grab onto your opposite elbows in a ragdoll. Just kind of rock side to side. Bend your knees as much as you need to so that your chest can gently rest on your thighs. All right, let's take 2 more big breaths here. And then if you have your elbows, go ahead and release your hands back down. Come into a half lift. So with a half lift, you can have your hands on the floor or take your hands on your shins. What you want to do is pull your head forwards and pull your hips backwards so that your back is as flat as you can get it. Your goal is to get close to parallel to the floor. That's what you're working towards. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly roll yourself up, 1 vertebrae at a time. So really taking your time, using your abs here to help you roll up. Circle your arms around and up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. Bring your hands together and then hands down to your chest. All right, circle your arms again. Deep breath in. Hands to your chest. Go all the way down into a forward fold. Lift up halfway. Forward fold. This time, plant your hands. Step back so you're in a plank position. Now, in this plank, if this is too much, you can always take it down to your knees. All right, so always listen to your body. Again, find that space on your upper back between your shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in. shift your body forward and shift back. If you're on your knees, it's the same thing. You're just moving forward a little bit, back a little bit. It'll be a little bit smaller. All right, 2 more. Inhale forward and back. 1 more time. Forward, back. Now, hike your hips up towards the ceiling. What I want you to do is lower your head first and then round all the way up. So it's kind of 1 vertebrae at a time. Okay, now lift your heels up high. Same thing, but reverse. So you're rounding forward, back into your plank. Deep breath in. Again, hips go up, round and up. Downward facing dog. We're gonna do 1 more of these. Hips lift, round it forward, back into your plank. Last time, drop your head, round up, downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Take your knees all the way down to the ground. Let your knees go wide, bring your feet together, and you come into a child's pose. All right, so take a moment in your child's pose. Really sink your hips down. Push your hands into the floor, and then relax your neck and your head as much as you can. All right, so we're gonna take 3 big breaths here. Again, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. All right, 1 more big breath, deep breath in. Deep breath out. You can stay here as long as you'd like. If you would like to continue on right now, go ahead and walk your hands back. So you're coming back into that 4 points. So you're back into your hands and knees, tuck your toes, and then downward facing dog. Lift your hips up. All right, now right leg goes up to the ceiling. 3-legged dog. Bend your knee. Hold your knee towards your nose. And then step your foot between your hands. Drop your back knee down to the ground. All right, so we're in a low lunge. When you're ready, let your arms go all the way up to the ceiling. Now, as you reach your arms up, try to push your hips down just a little bit. So you want to get a little bit more of that stretch in your hip flexors. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bend your elbows, little cactus. If it feels good for you, you can look up and get a little chest expansion. If not, don't do it. You can always keep your back nice and long. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your elbows out to the side. Press your hips down. Look up if you can. Maybe 1 more exactly like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Arms go back up. Go ahead and take your hands all the way down to the ground on either side of your foot. Now lift your back knee off of the ground. All right, so we're in that high lunge and come all the way up. If coming into a high lunge is too much, you can keep your knee down as well. All right, so we're gonna do that exact same thing. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend your elbows out to the side, look up. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend your elbows, cactus arms, looking up, opening your chest. 1 more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Arms back up. Now, back heel, drop it down to the ground and come into your warrior 2. All right, so first warrior 2 of the day, really try to sink down into it. Maybe you need to step your foot out a little bit. You want your knee to be right over your ankle and try to put as much weight as you can onto the pinky edges of your feet. And then at the same time, your arms are really long and active. So imagine there's somebody in front of you pulling your fingertips. Somebody else is behind you pulling those fingertips, all right? So really, really long, and then check in with your shoulders. All right, try to drop your shoulders down, keep your neck long, and then remember when you're on your back, you wanna have that same feeling of your collarbone being open. All right, flip your front palm, reach forward, lean forward. So use your core, use your obliques that you already woke up earlier. Deep breath in, reverse. Beautiful job, everybody. Spiral your hands all the way down to the floor. Step back, you're in a plank. Now drop your head, round your hips up, downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal at your feet again. Pressing one foot down, then the other, heel. Pushing into all 10 fingertips, trying to relax your neck. Open up your collarbone. Let your feet be nice and still. All right, so we're gonna do the other side. Left leg lifts up. Bend your knee. Slide your knee towards your nose, and then step your foot down between your hands. Let your back knee go all the way down to the floor. All right, once you feel nice and steady, go ahead and reach your arms up to the ceiling. Press your hips down a little bit. Get that stretch in your hip flexors. Deep breath in. Bend your elbows. Cactus. Again, you can look up. You don't have to. You can stay looking forward. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, bend. Maybe start to sink your hips down a little bit more, getting a bigger stretch. Inhale, arms up. This is your last one like this. Exhale, bend. Arms back up. Now again, you can stay here with your knee on the ground, or if you're ready, take your hands down to the floor. Lift your back knee up, coming into a high lunge. Arms reach up to the ceiling. Keeping that big bend in your front knee, keeping your hips as square as you can. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend your elbows. Maybe start to look up to the ceiling a little more, opening up your chest and your collarbone. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Arms back up. We're going to hold here for a second. Let your back heel drop down. And then warrior two. All right, so again, you've got really, really active arms. You're sinking down into your front leg. Sink down, try to keep your knee right over your ankle. Your back leg is nice and long. You've got weight rolling into the outer edges of your feet. See if you can go a little bit lower. Pull up your front palm. Reach forward, deep breath in, and reverse. Using your obliques, spiral your hands all the way down to the ground. And then step back, plank, drop your head, roll it up, downward facing dog. You're going to do one more pedaling at your feet. And then lift both of your heels up really high. Bend your knees, look forward, step your feet towards your hands. Roll all the way up, one vertebra at a time. So again, really take your time here. Use your core. Rolling yourself up, arms circle around and up. Deep breath in. And coming into a chair pose. So send your hips back. Reach your arms forward. So you want to imagine from your tailbone to your fingertips is one diagonal long line. All right, if this starts to bother your shoulders, I have bad shoulders, it hurts sometimes, you can always bend your elbows and come into a prayer with your hands. What you want to really focus on though is keeping your knees over your heels as much as you can and not letting your knees move forward. So you want to really push your hips back, sink your hips down, pull your abs in. So that's what's supporting your torso. If you find that you're starting to drop down, you probably need to engage your abs a little bit. So lift up just a little bit, sink your hips down, deep breath in, and forward fold. Let it go. Straighten out your head. Deep breath in. Halfway lift. Forward folds. Roll yourself back up, one vertebra at a time, using your abs. Circle your arms around and up. Bring your hands into prayer. All right, close your eyes for a moment. Just take a second. Come back into your breath. If your breath started to get a little quick or a little bit out of control, sometimes when we're moving, right, you start to lose it. So just come right back into your breath. And then when you're ready, let your right leg go out to the side. Soften the bend in your standing leg. So your left leg is nice and soft. Your right leg is long and active. All right, arms can stay here in prayer or reach your arms up. All right, shoulders stay nice and relaxed. Your collarbone is open. Start to lean to the left and start to lift your leg up. So it's a nice balance. You're only leaning as far as your leg is lifting and vice versa. All right, arms are long, leg is long. And then slowly come all the way up right where you started. And again, start to lean to the side. So you're using your obliques, those side abs. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale. Ooh, I almost fell over that time. And again, start to lean to the side, just as far as you can keep control. Exhale. Right back up. So 2 more of these. Start to lean to the side. Exhale up. On the next one, lean to the side and then hold. So really focus, side abs. You're gonna feel a little bit in your side hip, those outer glutes. Hold here. Now just your left arm moves. So arm goes down, arm goes up. 2 more, arm lowers, arm lifts. 1 more time, arm lowers. Arm lifts, hold, other arm drops down and reach it over. 2 more, lower, reach it over. 1 more time, arm drops, arm lifts. Now you can do that again, or as you lower, you're gonna lower your leg first. As you lift, your arm lowers. So you wanna feel that whole side body. Drop down, arm reaches, arm lowers, leg lifts. 2 more. Reach. Focus on the side body. 1 more. Lift and hold. All right, little circles with the leg for 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come all the way up. Hands back to a prayer. All right, we're gonna stay with the same side. Bend your knee. Let your right hand reach back. Grab onto your foot. So your goal is to hold onto the inner edge of your foot. If that's not accessible for you, grab onto wherever you can. You can grab onto the outer edge. All right, opposite arm, reach it up to the ceiling. Coming into a dancer pose. So first kick. You're kicking your foot into your hand. Use that to start to let your upper body leaning forward, but it's all about that kick. So the trick with all of these balance poses is to focus on your abs and find somewhere in your home that you can look at and use it to kind of help you focus. All right, take 1 more deep breath in. Exhale. Come all the way back up. Drop your foot down, hands to prayer. All right, 1 more balancing pose on this side. Bend your right knee again. This time, take your knee forward. All right, let your knee open out to the side. You can stay here or start to slide your foot up. You can take your foot below your knee or you can take your foot above your knee. All of these are great options, right? So in your tree, do whatever you'd like with your hands. You can keep your hands here. Arms can reach up. Maybe take your arms out to the side. Maybe challenge yourself a little bit. Look up. Or even try closing your eyes. Right? Just see what's going to work for you today. Deep breath in. Exhale. Hands back to prayer. Knee goes forward. Slowly drop your foot all the way down. All right, shake out your legs. We're going to the other side. All right, so this time your left leg goes out to the side. Your arms reach up and then start to lean to the right. So right away you want to feel your side body. Start to let your leg lift up as you start to lean to the side. So it's very similar energy as dancer, right? You're only leaning because you're lifting. You're only lifting because you're leaning. It's like a seesaw. And again, lean to the side. Lift your leg up. Try to find as much length through your leg and your toes as you can. You want to feel all of those muscle fibers getting longer. One more time, lean to the side. Lift your leg up and hold. All right, just your bottom arm drops down. Arm reaches. And again, drop it down. Reach it up. One more time, arm lowers. Arm lifts, hold it. Other arm, drop it down. Arm reaches. And again, left arm down. Left arm up. One more like this. Left arm down. Left arm up. Now again, you can do that same thing again, or we're adding the leg. So leg drops. As your leg lifts, your arm drops. Focusing on your obliques, your side hip. Use your breath. You got 2. One more time. Hold little circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come all the way up. Hands to prayer. Reset your body. Dancer on the left. So bend your left knee. Grab onto your foot. Again, you can grab onto the inner edge if you can, or the outer edge if that's not accessible for you. Find your balance. All right, arm up to the ceiling. Start to kick your foot into your hand. Use that power to lean you forward. Lean, 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 kick, kick, kick. Breathe. Find your drishti, find that spot that you can really focus on, especially when you feel like you're gonna fall over. If you do fall over, no big deal, right? Just get right back into it. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, slowly come up. Let your foot drop down, hands to prayer. All right, deep breath in. Tree pose. Bend your left knee forward. Let your knee open to the side. Again, this is a great place to stay. You can stay right here, or start to slide your foot up below your knee or above your knee. You just want to avoid the knee joint itself. And again, do something with your hands. Maybe try something different. So if you took your arms out to the side last time, maybe try taking your arms up and looking up. Maybe try closing your eyes. You can interlace your fingers, palms up. Whatever feels good in this moment. Take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. Knee forward. Slowly lower your foot down, hands to prayer. All right, close your eyes again. And back to your breath. Deep breath into the nose, exhale through the mouth. Let it go. One more, exactly like that. Deep breath in. Exhale. All right, circle your arms around and up. Deep breath in again. Seal your lips, forward fold. All right, lift up halfway, hands to your shins or to the floor, forward fold. And then again, slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Arms circle around and up, forward fold. Halfway lift. This time, plant your hands, walk it back, plank. Now, again, you can take this down on your knees. We're doing just like we started. Shift your body forward, shift it back. All right, 2 more. Inhale forward. Exhale back. One more time. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Now, drop your left knee. Take your left hand center. Okay. Now, let your right hand go up to the ceiling. Take your gaze up towards that top hand. So you're in a modified side plank here. If this feels good, stay here, right? You can stay exactly like this. Really focus on lifting out of your shoulder. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. If you want a little bit more, come into your full side plank. All right, one more deep breath. Deep breath out. If you're in your full side plank, drop your knee back down. All right, now start to lift up onto your fingertips. So your hand is really, really light. You want to focus again on your obliques. Deep breath in. As you exhale, float your hand off the floor if you can, and drop it back down. And again, exhale. Use your side abs. Lift up. Drop it down 2 more times. Exhale. Drop it down 1 more time. Exhale, lift. Drop it down. Let your top arm reach up and over. Big stretch on the whole side body. Let your hand go all the way back down. Hands and knees. Cat-cow. Exhale. Push into your palms. Round your spine. Feel your belly button pulling up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Arch your back. Look up. Chest up. So again, just moving with your breath here. Cat-cow. Using your breath. Let's do one more. Exhale. Inhale, arch. And then come into a neutral spine. All right, so we're going to do the other side. So this time, your right hand comes center. Right knee stays where it's at. Let your left leg reach back. And then left hand goes up to the ceiling. All right, so you're in your modified side plank. Take your gaze up to the ceiling. Try to relax your neck. Find that space in between your collarbone. All right, stay here. Or you can come into your full side plank with straight legs. Completely up to you. There's not one that's better than the other. It'll lift your hips up a little higher. Deep breath in. As you exhale, if your knee is lifted, drop it back down. All right, start to let your hand lift up a little bit. So you're really keeping all of your focus in your side body. Deep breath in. Exhale, float your fingertips up and drop it down. And again, exhale, lift up a little bit. Inhale down 2 more times. Exhale, lift. Inhale down 1 more time. Exhale. Lower down, top arm. Reach it up and over. So really find that space. You want to think about from your fingertips all the way down to your toes on the whole left side of your body. Let your hand go down to the floor. Drop your knees. So you're back on your hands and your knees. And then again, a little cat-cow. Exhale, push into your palms. Round your spine. Inhale, arch your back. Look up, chest up. All right, 2 more. Exhale. Arch your back. 1 more time. Exhale, push into your palms. Look up, chest up. Back into your neutral spine. Tuck your toes. And then when you're ready, downward facing dog. Again, pedal at your feet. Just start to notice if your hamstrings and back feel differently than when you first did this, right? It should feel a little bit more open. Lift both of your heels up really high. Bend your knees. Look forward. Step, hop, whatever you'd like, all the way up towards the top of your mat, towards your hands. Slowly roll up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Circle your arms around and up to the sky. Send your hips down, chair. So again, just like before, you always have the option of taking your hands to prayer. All right, so really send your hips back. If your arms are lifted, you're reaching your arms up. You're keeping your collarbone open. Your neck should be relaxed. So if you feel like your shoulders are lifting towards your ears, take a second, maybe come out of it. Lower your shoulders, and then come right back into it when you're ready. Now, everybody bring your hands to prayer. See if you can send your hips back a little bit more. Imagine you've got like a tiny little chair behind you. You're trying to sit down into it. Hold at your lowest point. Keep your chest lifted. And then twist to the left. So you're bringing your right elbow to your left thigh. hook your elbow on your thigh, and then start to push into your palms so that you can take your palms towards the middle of your chest. Now, what you want to really focus on here is keeping your knees even. All right, so you want to try to keep your knees really still as much as you can. You're just twisting from your middle back. See if you can look up. Maybe push a little bit more, get a little deeper twist. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Let your shoulders relax, your neck, shake it no, shake it yes. And then slowly roll up. Circle your arms around and up to the ceiling. And then again, round two, send your hips down. Go as low as you can, send your hips back. Chest is lifted, collarbone is open. So you can go a little bit lower. Hands to prayer. Go a little bit lower. Deep breath in. And twist, opposite directions. This time your left elbow, right thigh. And again, you're pushing into your palms. You're trying to bring your palms as close to the center of your chest as you can. You're sending your hips back. Your knees are staying as even as possible. Weight is in your heels. Take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. See if you can twist a little bit more. And then bring it back center. Forward fold. All right, halfway lift. Lower back down, forward fold. Slowly roll up. One vertebra at a time. Circle your arms around and up. Deep breath in. And forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands again. Walk back into your plank pose. Drop your head. Rounding up. Downward facing dog. All right, right leg up to the ceiling. Bend your knee. Slide your knee towards your nose. Step your foot between your hands. Let your back heel drop down. We're coming right up into warrior two. All right, so arms reach up. Arms open. You're sending your hips down. Your knee is over your ankle as much as you can. Turn around this way so I can see you guys. All right, send your hips down a little bit more. Flip your front palm, reach it forward, and reverse. And use your side body, right? I sound like a broken record. Stay reversed. Let your front leg go all the way straight. All right, slowly use your obliques. Come all the way up, back into warrior two arms, but you're keeping your legs straight. Now reach forward again, as far as you can. Let your hand drop down. Now it might be at your thigh, might be at your shin, might be at your ankle, it can be wherever. Doesn't matter. Top arm goes up to the ceiling. Look up as much as you can. Now, every time you breathe in, try to lengthen from your tailbone to your head. You want to think really, really long. As you exhale, twist open a little bit more. All right, one more deep breath in. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And then slowly, just like when we were on your knees, let your hand go light. And then come all the way up. Turn your feet to face forward. Arms reach forward. And then imagine you have one of those big yoga balls. You're going to reach over the yoga ball. So reach forward first. And then all the way down. And a wide leg forward fold. Not just sled. All right, just hang out here. Take your hands wherever. Just maybe take one hand to either leg. You can bring both hands to one leg and then the other. Just kind of taking your weight side to side. Again, releasing the tension in your lower back, your hamstrings, your outer hips. Now when you're ready, bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. Come into a halfway lift. It's a little bit of a flat back here. Take a deep breath in. Without locking your knees, slowly come all the way up. Turn your left foot back, forward, bend your knees so you're back into that warrior two. See if you can go a little lower. Really put weight onto the outer edges of your feet, the pinky toe edge. One more reverse. So flip your front palm, reach it forward. Arm goes up and over. And then spiral your hands all the way down to the floor. Walk it back plank. And then drop your head. Round up. Downward facing dog. Again, pedal out your feet. One heel down, then the other. And breathe. Let's take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. Both heels lift. Bend your knees. Let your knees go wide. And we're coming into another child's pose before we go to the other side. So take a second here and let your knees go as wide as the mat. Let your heart rate start to slow a little bit, breathing, taking those long, slow breaths, reaching your hands, and then relax your arms. So just start to notice if in your child's pose, it should be active, but you don't want to build tension in your neck and your shoulders, right? So you want to find that balance of reaching, but also keeping your elbows nice and soft. All right, 2 more big breaths. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. 1 more deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then walk your hands back. Turn your hands and your knees. Tuck your toes. Hips go up. Downward facing dog. Now this time your left leg goes up. Bend your knee. Take your knee towards your nose. Step your foot between your hands. Spiral your back heel down. So coming into a warrior 2. Again, arms are long, right? Send your hips low. Your knee goes over your ankle. Your goal is to get as close to parallel to the floor with your front thigh as you can. Now let your front palm flip up to the ceiling. Reach it forward, as far forward as you can, and then reverse. All right, stay in that reverse. Front leg goes straight. All right, slowly use your obliques. Come all the way up, back to warrior 2 arms. Legs are straight, and then reach it forward. As far as you can, use that control. Let your bottom hand drop down. Touch wherever you can. Top arm up to the ceiling. So you're looking up to the ceiling. Roll your shoulder back. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. As you inhale, you're lengthening. Exhale, twist it open. All right, 1 more deep breath in, lengthen, tailbone to head. Exhale, twist it open. And then slowly let your hand go light. So you're floating that arm. Come all the way up. All right, bend your front knee. Sink down a little lower. Get low as you can. Put as much weight as you can into your outer edges of your feet. Flip your front palm, reach it forward, and reverse. Spiral your hands all the way down on either side of your foot. Step it back, plank position. Drop your head, round it up, 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way downward facing dog. All right, now, last time pedaling out your feet. Pushing your hips down, or up, heels down. And then again, try to find a little bit more lightness in your arms. Let's do 1 more each side. Lift your heels up high. Bend your knees, drop your knees all the way down to the floor. Send your hips back towards your heels. And again, you're in your child's pose. All right, take 1 more deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then from your child's pose, walk your hands back towards your knees and come all the way up to a seat. So if this is uncomfortable to sit on your knees, you can always grab a block and sit on a block. You can also just sit cross-legged. All right, so find what's gonna work for you. Circle your arms around and up to the ceiling. Deep breath in. Let your right arm drop down. Left arm reaches up and over. Now, as you reach up and over, actively push your hip down towards the floor. So big stretch down that side body. And then try to roll your shoulder open. So you're looking up underneath your arm towards the ceiling. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale. Come all the way up. And other side. So one hand down, your other arm reaches up and over. You're keeping your shoulders as relaxed as you can. You're reaching, you're pressing your hip down. So it's a big stretch through that whole side. You've already worked that side a lot. So really take a second. Let that stretch, open everything up. Roll your shoulder back. Look up towards the ceiling. And come all the way back up. Arms drop down. All right. Let your legs just go right out in front of you. So if you can, let your legs go straight. That's great. If you can't, you can always bend your knees a little bit. All right, so find what's gonna work for you. You wanna sit on your sits bones. So kind of rock back and forth a little bit till you find that spot where it's nice and comfortable. Flex your feet. All right, so right away, you wanna feel a little bit of a stretch through your hamstrings. Take your arms forward. And now, keep your collarbone open. Tuck your tailbone. Roll it back. So you're gonna roll all the way down until you're on your back. All right, on your back, bend your knees and let the soles of your feet touch. So you're letting your knees open wide. Take your hands right back how we started class. So you want your thumbs on your lower ribs, your pinkies on your hip bones, and you're just feeling your ribs, your chest, your belly expand and contract. All right, take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now keep your upper body exactly as it is. Deep breath in. As you exhale, push into your feet and lift your legs up. Inhale, your legs lower down. And again, exhale out. Now, if your feet don't lift off the ground, that's fine. It doesn't matter. It's all about engaging their pelvic floor and your lower abs. So even if your feet, you're working towards it, that's great. That's amazing. Lower down. Let's do two more. Exhale out. Inhale down. One more time. Exhale out. Inhale down. Now, you can stay exactly like that if that felt great. Stay there. If you want a little bit more, interlace your fingers right at the base of your skull. So your elbows are wide, your knees are wide. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Lift your legs, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale. Lower down. And again, exhale up. So lower, middle, upper abs, it's all working. Inhale down. We got two more. Exhale up. Inhale down. Last time. Exhale up. Hold it. Wherever you're at, hold it. Your feet can be on the ground. Your head can be on the ground. It doesn't matter. You're just engaging your abs. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. All right, bring your knees in towards your chest. Give them a big squeeze. Rock side to side. Release any tension in your lower back. And then plant your feet on the ground. You want your knees to be about hip distance apart. And you want your feet to be right underneath your knees. All right, from there, let your arms drop down, palms up to the ceiling. So again, you want to feel that space, that expansion in your chest and your collarbone. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up. So coming into a low bridge, all right? It's not about the height for this one. Inhale, roll it down one vertebrae at a time. So really take your time all the way down to the tailbone. Reset your body, deep breath in. Exhale, lift up. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Inhale, roll it down. One more time. Exhale, lift up. Now hold here. If this feels good, stay here. If you want a little more, come up onto your tiptoes. And then little pulses up and down. So you're squeezing your glutes. Feel your abs, feel your glutes. That's where you want to really focus. You're trying to keep your ribs on the ground as much as you can. All right, so it's just your lower body lifting. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll it down one vertebrae at a time. Let your feet go back down to the ground if your heels were lifted. All right, now take your right ankle, cross it over the left thigh. So we're coming into a little figure 4 stretch. This is good, stay here. All right, you want to feel that opening in your outer glutes. If you want more, reach your hands, grab onto your left thigh. So you're kind of threading the needle with one hand, the other hand goes on the outside. And then start to pull your legs in towards your chest. Use your elbow, if that feels good, you don't have to press your knee out and then flex both of your feet. All right, so really focus on those outer glutes. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let your left foot drop down to the floor. Now cross your right knee over your left knee. So you're just crossing your legs here. Let both of your legs go to the left. Open your arms out to a T, and then take your gaze over to the right side. Just a little twist. And just as we were doing our standing twist, as you inhale, think about from your head to your tailbone, you're stretching. You're getting more space into your every vertebrae. And then as you exhale, you're just twisting a little bit more. Try to keep both of your shoulders on the mat if you can. And again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Twist. And then come all the way back center. Uncross your legs. Figure 4 on the other side. So left ankle, right thigh. Again, you can stay right here. If you want a little more, reach between your legs, grab onto your thigh, pull your legs in towards your chest. Maybe use your elbow and press out just a little bit and then flex your feet. So you want to keep it out of your ankles. Breathe in and down. So sending that oxygen to your outer glutes. Feeling that big stretch, that release. Let your foot drop down to the floor. Cross at the knees. Arms open to a T. Let your legs fall to the right. Gaze to the left. And again, inhale, lengthen. Think about pulling your hips down, your head up. Exhale, twist a little bit more. And again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more big breath. Exhale. Come all the way back center. Uncross your legs. Bring your knees into your chest. Last little stretch here. Grab onto the inner edges of your feet. Grab onto your heels if you can. And then let your knees open wide into a happy baby. So if this doesn't feel good, you can grab wherever feels good. All right. What you want to focus on is releasing your hips, releasing your inner thighs, releasing your lower back. So close your eyes. Just start to rock side to side in that happy baby. Let's take one more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, bring your knees into your chest. One more big squeeze, deep breath in. Exhale, arms and legs go long. Close your eyes and just take a few really big breaths here and enjoy your Shavasana. So really take your time, breathe. Start to, again, close your eyes and start to visualize your body. Visualize your toes, your feet, your ankles. Work yourself all the way up to your head and visualize every part of those muscles, all of your muscles all throughout the body, just relaxing and lengthening and feeling open. All right, 2 more big breaths here, just focusing on you. Then when you're ready, take as much time as you need. Bring your knees to the side. Maybe roll onto your left side, keeping your eyes closed. Just again, feeling your body, feeling proud of yourself for getting up early, doing a class just for you. Roll yourself up to a seat. Whichever's comfortable, you could sit on your knees, you could sit on a block, you could sit cross-legged, sit with your legs out in front of you, however it feels good. Close your eyes. And again, just breathe and feel your body. Circle your arms around and up to the ceiling. Bring your hands together. Exhale, drop your hands down to your forehead. Keeping your eyes closed, just feel that pressure on the center of your forehead. Feel yourself waking up. Drop your hands down to your chest. Take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for letting me join you, and I hope to see you all very soon.
Thank you so much, Jade, and I hope everyone has a great day and enjoy the rest of your morning.
Thank you.